Alright guys, so Duet Night Abyss Hero Games, they just dropped their Combat Basics #2. So I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago they dropped their Combat Basics 1, and now we have part 2 here. So we're gonna dive in a little more when it comes to the combat system in Duet Night Abyss. So here we go. Luno's Adventure Notes. So first things first, we have Trial EXP. Um, Becoming an exceptional fox hunter requires both wisdom and combat experience. Gain trial XP through various methods, most commonly by upgrading characters, weapons, genomons, and demon wedges. Now, I have no idea what genomons and demon wedges are, but I do know what upgrading my characters and weapons mean. So this is pretty much how you level up in this game. You level up in Duet Night Abyss. Upgrading characters, weapons, genomons, and demon wedges. Next thing we have here is resonance buffs. Reaching certain trial level milestones unlocks rewards like secret letters and sources for characters and weapons. Additionally, resonance grants stat buffs, shield, defense, HP, and attack. Now, I wish I can zoom in here. Can I open this on a new window? Okay, I can. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, wait. Whoa. Are these are weapons? Yeah, these are weapons, and we can see over here, we have this little, is this like timer? Now, I did hear that when it comes to like the timer thing, it's pretty much used to like speed up the process when it comes to crafting materials. That's what I heard. We don't know yet for sure, but that's what this is used for. So the resonance buff allows you to get weapons, and you get like a 30% increase when it comes to defense, shield, attack, HP. Very interesting. Okay. Next thing we have here is elemental effects. In Atlasia, every Charon possesses unique elemental attributes. Dealing damage with weapons or skills triggers different effects based on the element. So we have Animo, Hydro, Pyro, Electro, Lumino, and Umbro. Can all stack periodic elemental damage. Lumino and Umbro have special properties. Lumino stacks periodic damage while refreshing the duration of all elemental bonus effects. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. So you can reset the duration of elemental bonus effects. Very interesting. Umbro stacks periodic damage while reducing the enemy's stance recovery speed. So this is when like you stun the enemy and they're in a weakened state. Umbro pretty much it pretty much increases the duration for the enemy's stand, like they pretty much it increases the duration of the enemy's weakened state. Pay attention to the relationship between different elements. Damage from advantaged elements is largely increased, while damage from non-advantaged elements is significantly reduced. So we do have damage resistance. We do have elemental resistance in this game. So water strong against fire, fire strong against Animo, and Animo strong against Electro. But Electro is weak against Animo, Animo is weak against fire, fire is weak against water, and then Umbro and Lumino, they're both pretty much like strong and weak for each other. Very, very interesting. All right, now for weapon system, melee and ranged. Fox hunters can freely choose weapons for combat, equipping one melee and one range simultaneously. Let's go ahead and open this up so we can get a closer look here. So we have a melee and range. Wait a minute. I think they mixed this up. This is supposed to be range and this is supposed to be melee. Yeah, they kind of messed up here, but that's fine. So you can pretty much equip melee and ranged weapon for one character. All right, pretty cool. Each category offers 6 distinct weapon types. Mix and match freely to create your unique combat style. Note that each character excels with specific weapon types. Choosing their preferred weapons maximizes their potential. So you can pretty much put any weapon on your character, on any character. Of course, you want to pick the one like the preferred weapon choice in order for you to maximize that character's potential, maximize their performance. But if you don't want to do that, feel free to do so. You can just put any weapon on that character. If you want to run dual blades for melee and then grenade launcher for range, you can do that. If you want to do katana and bow, you can do that. If you want to do whip sword and dual pistol, you can do that too. So you pretty much have the freedom to do whatever the hell you want when it comes to the weapon system, which is pretty dope. Now, next thing here, we have damage types and attack patterns. Let's open this up so we can have a closer look. Weapons have 3 damage types, each with unique advantages. Slash deals bonus damage to shielded enemies. Spike excels against high HP enemies. Smash is highly effective against enemies with high stance. Even within the same weapon type, attack patterns can vary greatly. So we also have weapon stances in the game as well. Very, very interesting. Atlasia offers a vast array of weapons. Further combat insights await your discovery through adventure. They're gonna, of course, drop some more info later on. Probably give us like a combat basics part 3. But yeah, this is interesting. So weapon stances, you can pick whichever weapon you want to equip on your character. Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You have a lot of freedom in this game. Like, you can pretty much do a lot of things. Like, let's not forget that there is no stamina in this game, so you can pretty much grind whenever you want. Yeah, man, it's like a lot going on here. And looking at these different stances, like, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like, let's say before you enter a dungeon, right? Like, are they going to let us pick a stance for that weapon and then we enter the dungeon, or you can change your stance in battle? I don't know how that's going to work, so we'll have to see. Which one would I prefer? I would honestly prefer like them letting us change our stance in battle. I think that's way better, because let's say there's, you know, enemies that have a lot of shield. You know, I can switch on over to slash and start going crazy. And let's say enemy has a lot of HP, I switch to spike. So I think being able to switch your stance in battle is way better, but we don't know. We don't know if we can do that. I mean, they show it here, but they don't really show us, you know, if you can change this mid battle, right? We don't know, so we'll have to wait and see. They're probably going to show us in the live stream. But yeah, man, a lot of good things they showed us here. I'm really excited about the resonance buff part. Really excited about that, because it seems like you can definitely get weapons through resonance buffs, which is pretty cool. All you have to do is just level up through like the trial level milestone, because come over here, you level up by upgrading your character's weapons, genomons, and demon wedges. And when you do that, you will get rewards. So that is going to be very, very cool. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. When it comes to elemental effects, this is exactly why when it comes to gacha is just destructive. It is extremely destructive, because just imagine this game actually had gacha in it. Just imagine. It would give me Genshin flashbacks, and the reason why is because when you take a look at Genshin Impact, and Genshin Impact also has an elemental system. You look at enemies like, let's say, a Hydro boss, right? And I have to use like a Pyro character to deal with that Hydro boss, or Cryo, or whatever. But in order for me to use that character, I have to pull for that unit. And if I don't pull for that character, well, you know, you're pretty much cooked. You probably have to use a character who's weak, but at least they have the correct elemental type. You know, like, that's what's really frustrating when it comes to the gacha system in a lot of these games. Like, they introduce these, you know, mechanics, but you still have to look at the fact that there is a gacha system that is locking you from using characters, you know, to pretty much bypass these systems. Because when it comes to elemental effects, I think they're fine. I think elemental effects are fine. They're in a lot of games. It's just that when gacha gets in the way, it's just frustrating, man. It's really, really annoying. So I'm not gonna sit here and like go full glaze mode and expect everything to be perfect when Do Not Abyss releases. Like, if they find a way on how to fumble these like mechanics, I'm gonna be one of the first people to call this out, right? Because I actually want the game to be good. And defending this game 24/7 is not going to make the game good. So trust and believe me, guys. If something happens in Do It Not Abyss, right? If there's something actually wrong in this game, I will call it out. All right, I will call it out. Even though I might like the game, still going to call it out. because criticism equals improvement. No criticism equals you're incentivizing the devs to destroy these games, and we don't want that to happen. So yeah, a lot of good things here. Really excited for this game. A couple days left. We have like 4 more days till the special live stream. Cannot wait. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think this is good? Do you guys think this is bad? Share your opinions.